Okay, we have people's favorite map, I would say. But the players' not favorite map. This is game 2 between Hampleman and DFS. Hampleman down here with the black hole again, trying to keep them consistent with the colors. And DFS up here with the orange star. They're both doing adder. I think this map will just see adder mirrors. Maybe you could do some Grim, some Sanja, but I think the side slip might be too good to pass on. And we have contested bases and missile freaking silos. So DFS not going for the quicker route to pressure the base. He's just going for quicker income. Looks like they're both doing that. Okay. Okay, also here, I think this is still en route for the base, so he'd still be 2 turns away. But he's not gonna be able to like do the I'm capping the city, but I could go for the base. So DFS can play more chill, right? He has this guy over here, he's finished over here. And we have a tank from DFS in the top right. I think they're definitely playing more chill, they're not rushing. They're gonna try to set up and attack like a more formed up army to go for that base. I mean, either of them. So no need to rush the silo either, right? You got this guy that's chaining with the airport that will later go for that missile silo. You have this tank over here. It is threatening quite a lot. So I wonder if Hampleman will make a mech. Could make a mech and a tank, honestly. Could plop this guy over here, make a mech. Okay, no, actually, I guess that works. Maybe mech here too. But now this guy's now in range. You got this guy in range. That if he's gonna move in, I guess he's gonna go and start the capture. Okay, he's gonna block. He is from the forest. So, alarm bells ringing now. Contested base getting capped. He's also starting this capture. But Hampleman can easily attack from the forest, attack over here, bring some more. He is forced to interrupt the capture and hit from the river. Okay, and he's not going to shoot at the tank, actually. He's going to shoot at the infantry, which is pretty... I think that's pretty smart, because you could go for the value hit, but if you look at the infantry, there's only these two, right? So if DFS, keeps attacking the tank over here, then you join cap, or maybe you block with a tank and you join cap, you block with this one. There could be some blocking shenanigans that make it so Hampleman would only have one tile to hit from and wouldn't be able to stop the capture. So he actually goes to hit that guy, so this will be better. I guess it'd still be at 9 instead of 10 HP if you join caps, but still 1 less unit. Ooh, actually gets the roll there to take out that infantry. That should be very nice for him. But this tank is in range to stop this capture, which is not very good. So he does join cap there. Gets that hit. But here he can still hit from the show, and then with this guy he can hit again. He's gonna make an arty, so this will lock down the space pretty much. It's funny because this base really shouldn't go for this base, but in a sense, him doing this is stopping Hampleman from going for that base. He's kind of trading the infantry so that he can't go for that base. And then he will also deny this base from getting capped, just with the arty lock. So there we go. Pretty much 2 infantry down for DFS and 1 down for Hampleman. Also the city denial. And then sort of 2 tanks down for Hampleman. So a bit of a better trade of the tanks, I think, just because he went for the infantry. So trading like a tank for an infantry, I guess. And this will slowly make it so DFS guarantees this base cap, because you can plop this guy on there and protect the base cap. So that's pretty deadly. Now he goes back, he gets that. Actually, the tank didn't go for the interrupt there on the other turn. And now we have another already, a response already to try to lock this down as well. Dang. Are they just going to keep these two bases neutral for all the game? Because they've capped all the other properties. Usually this one can be pretty contested, but they've both gotten it. And that is going to use the silo just to like get some damage in, it seems like. Okay. He's going to go and strike this guy. Okay, wow. Just going all out over here. Side slip perhaps? Okay, so he's going to hit this guy on the base. Wow. Okay. What is going on? I guess he's just trying to hit everything so that this infantry has to go and hit over here, so stopping this capture again. But wow. Okay. that is definitely a turn. Doesn't go for the capture over here. He wants to make sure that this guy doesn't capture this city, or that he doesn't have to use a tank to stop that capture, pretty much. So a lot of red tanks are gonna go down, I think, here. There you go. He has to stop that. Didn't go for the forest. Huh. Not sure why you wouldn't. I guess it forces the tank to hit either from the base, stopping the capture, or hitting from the city. And if it does, then you can use your tanks to take out the tank. Problem is, you're not going to have units to hit this guy next turn. So I think DFS should be pretty happy to go and take this infantry out. Wow. We'll see if Sideslip can make it so he can hit with like this tank and this tank. We'll see. But over here we have the capping attempt. He gets the barely interrupt over there. I think he sacrificed the low HP infantry. And he's going to try to hit over there. Just injure as many as he can. And then he's going to need one more turn. But he does have that silo. So that might be saved for that. He's going to attack there. Keep capping. And okay. Oh, doesn't go for that guy. He goes for all the tanks that could actually go and hit that guy. My god, will this guarantee it? He needs to, with this tank, the 2 HP, the 1 HP, and the 5 HP infantry, will they do enough damage with the power, perhaps, to drop this down to 2? Oof. I think you would need a super, because this guy, unless you take it out with these two, yeah, I think you have to use these two to take this out, enable this tank to go this way and use the power. Man. This map is just crazy. And there he goes. Okay, he uses the super, so he's not gonna take out this tank, it seems like. Oh. I don't think that's gonna be... Okay, never mind. He left it at 2. That base cap is gonna be delayed one more turn. Perhaps just enough. He's trying to perhaps make the most of his tanks over here to attack these guys. He's gonna trap this guy. And uses the silo over here, drops it down to 6, okay. And oh wow, he cannot stop it. Right? That hits? Oh no, never mind, he can. He takes that out and then he hits it. Has to be destroyed, and it is. And now he can lock down that. Dang, okay, this is such an even match. DFS is only now going to be getting this city, but they're even because Hampelman has not been able to get this one. Wow, and they're running out of infantry really quickly. There's so much infantry fighting for these bases. We had so many over here, but now they're all gone. And we have another one now from DFS that will be lurking. It will be pointing at that base to go there. Of the anti-response to this copter, I think making copters would be very nice. Okay, the sacrifice there, because then you can make an infantry. So copter tank infantry, copter double infantry, just classic base light things. Man, okay, so DFS now gonna leave this be. This guy could still go for a side slip cap there, so something to keep in mind by Hampelman. But centralizing everything and trying to pounce over here in this area to dislodge the arty. So I think he has to pull back. There's too many tank copter stuff just pointing over here. Perhaps the assistance of these copters will help him. We can probably pull back, maybe not lock down the base and just have it like one tile back. Yeah, and then just make sure to destroy anything on this tile. That defense will still go for that base cap, and he's gonna, ooh, the only unit that can't be taken out by the arty is the copter. And I think this will be it. I think this is how DFS gets that base. Hampelman would need a sidestep to hit from here. And I don't know if he can get it. He might have to sacrifice too much for it. I think he... Wow, he just makes the missile and resigns. Wow. I think that was an early resign. Dang, I think that was an early resign. Oh, man. Wow, that's pretty crazy. I think perhaps the arty could have been on the city instead of here, so then it could be locking down these two tiles instead of just one. Because that was really smart by DFS, using the copter as the blocker there. To get a sidestep here just to stop that would be too sacrificial. Like, you have to lose too much in value. Like, sacrificing a tank, it probably wasn't even possible, honestly. But he perhaps could have set up to go for the space. You also have quite a few threats over here. So very tricky for Hampelman. And it was perhaps too much for him. And he just was like, this is it. Dang, okay. So quick match there. So Hampelman is officially out. And DFS is going to be our second confirmed player of the main event. I guess third one if you count Starflash. Dang, okay. GG. See the stats? It's pretty even. Unit count ahead for Hampelman. And then went up there for DFS. Army value, DFS higher up. Those tank attacks. Literally this attack over here was somehow better for DFS. He was getting the tank first strikes. Just forcing really awkward stuff from Hampelman. So I was giving him the better end of the stick there. Damage still, look at that. And he was fighting right into the base. He literally shot at a tank that was on the base. I guess he used the silo to injure it and then he shot at it, but that was pretty funny. Hey, Umita from the future here. So this match was part of the qualifiers of the Anonymous Player Cup 2. APC2 for short, that I'm hosting. It's a live standard tournament of Advance Wars. The top 8 players from these qualifiers will be playing in the main event, but they will play with new names. Their identities will be hidden to everyone, even the players themselves. I'm trying to stream weekly to cover most of the qualifiers. You're more than invited to join in on the fun. Just stay alert to the YouTube streams on this channel, which will only happen over the weekends, so Saturdays or Sundays. But most importantly, the main event will be played live and live stream along with awesome co-casters on November 8, 9, 15, and 16. It would mean the world to me to see you there supporting the players and the community overall. Thank you. Bye bye.